Something over there.
Looky here, looky here. It is Wednesday, 7 p.m. Good evening to everyone out in Facebook and YouTube land. It is the 330 to Go High School Football Show, week number 12, second week of the Ohio High School Football Playoffs. I am Mike Vorhies. He is not Travis Kelce.
Not Travis Kelce.
No, he did that for Halloween.
I did. I tried my best attempt at that. I don't know how successful I was.
It looked good. Not gonna lie, I thought it was a pretty good. I
did the whole like Taylor's boyfriend. Just jumped on board. My wife went as Taylor, so we found out like a week and a half before our Halloween party we had to do it. So
okay,
that's as good as I could be creative in that short amount of time.
Hank is going to be happy. You've got a hat on your head this evening.
Yeah, dude. He shamed me so much that my self-esteem fell through. And
man, way to go, Hank.
No.
Thanks, Hank. You took Matt's self-esteem. What a week one of high school football playoffs it was. We had some upsets. We had some big wins. Let's dive in, Matt. How about that?
Let's go, man. Get after
So we started with we'll start with Division 1, Region 1. Yeah. Lakewood St. Ed's took on Elyria, and they Lakewood St. Ed's moves on 42-0. They will take on the Glen Oak Golden Eagles, who beat Lorraine 16-7. So fun stat about Glen Oak. The starting quarterback Adrian Burt did not play in the first half due to the flu. They were trailing. He came in the game and led them back to the win and on to the next round of the playoffs. So do we have a Michael Jordan flu game part 2?
Potentially, man. It sounds like it.
Glen Oak's firing on all cylinders. They've now won.
After that McKinley win in the middle of the season, I think when you and I talked to each other, like, what just happened?
Yeah, Glen Oak's win over McKinley has catapulted them. They are on a run. Speaking of Canton McKinley, they took on Strongsville. They moved on. They will take on one of the upsets of round 1. That would be Cleveland St. Ignatius.
Beating Mentor.
They beat Mentor 10-7. What a defensive game. So McKinley and Cleveland St. Ignatius, or Iggy as I will refer to them, Friday night at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. I will be there. Ryan Keller will be there. Q92 Sports.
You got a good one.
Q92radiosports.com. I will be in the booth to call this one. Cannot wait. It is going to be an epic battle. Cleveland Heights defeated Euclid. Cleveland Heights they'll take on Berea Mid-Park, who beat Massillon Jackson. So the Polar Bears season has come to an end. So Cleveland Heights will battle Berea Mid-Park Friday night. And then another big matchup. Wadsworth took on Brunswick. Wadsworth won. They will take on Medina again. So the Medina Bees and the Wadsworth Grizzlies battle it out again. Matt, do you remember who won when these two battled early on this season?
Medina, right?
Barely.
And then
barely. This is going to be
the difference is this year, the playoff game is at Wadsworth. Last year, I believe it was at Medina. Medina got two. So it's a little flip-flop, but hopefully I think Wadsworth.
Yes. I like Wadsworth too. I mean, it's going to be a battle there. Anybody going to that game Friday night, be sure to let us know.
Who do you got on that McKinley Iggy game?
I'm not allowed. I cannot comment. Although I am hoping for an amazing contest. That's what I'm hoping for.
My bad. I almost got
so we'll recap real quick. St. Ed's versus Glen Oak, McKinley versus Iggy, Cleveland Heights at Berea Mid-Park, or flip that, Berea Mid-Park at Cleveland Heights. And then Medina travels to Wadsworth to take on the Grizzlies. What a game that's going to be. We're going to go to Region 2, which we don't need to. Region 3, we don't need to. And Region 4, we do not need to.
Okay.
Moving on to Division 2, Region 5. I don't believe. Oh, yep, that's the one we want. Archbishop Hoban took on Ellett in round 1, and Hoban wins 39-7. They now will take on the Barberton Magic, who won a shootout over Shaker Heights 48-41. So it is the Magic traveling to Akron to take on the Hoban Knights. That is going to be a ball game. Barberton is not Ellett. Barberton is not a team that you can sleep on. So I don't know.
We had a few people from Barberton mention don't sleep on them. Obviously, at this point, records go out the window.
Absolutely, you're fighting to stay alive. It's win or go home.
But it's going to be it's a tall task. I would like to see it. I think at this point, any of these teams, no one wants to get beat up, blown out. You want to go out fighting, swinging per se, especially all those seniors. It's a special time for them. So Barberton, go, swing, fight. Maybe you end up knocking them out and you get the win.
You go. You never know. Painesville Riverside defeated Maple Heights. Ooh. So they will take on the winner of the Macedonia-Nordonia. That's a mouthful. We're just going to call them Nordonia. And Twinsburg pulls the upset, Matt, 22-10. So Twinsburg will take on Painesville Riverside.
Yeah. How shocked were you about that upset?
I thought it was pretty big, but from what I understand, apparently I didn't do my research because Twinsburg defeated Nordonia in the regular season, I was told. So Nordonia wasn't undefeated.
No.
Aurora beat Nordonia. So okay, I'm right. They're wrong. I'm right.
I don't know. Well,
it's an upset. I mean,
records don't matter now, right? Records don't matter.
No. Walsh Jesuit takes care of Firestone. So now they will take on the Austin Town Fitch squad. So Walsh and Fitch, that's going to be a good game. Hudson in overtime beats Benedictine 20-19. What a game. Hudson now will take on another 330 squad in Warren Harding, who defeated Matt's former St. Vincent St. Mary.
They beat them handedly.
35-0.
I heard there was, Coach Stone, thanks for 2 years. He's moving on. That was right after the game. He announced that. So a lot of changes over there at St. V. So I think that Warren Harding capitalized on the ability to take advantage of that game. So
recapping again, Warren Harding travels to Hudson. Fitch travels to Walsh Jesuit. Twinsburg travels to Painesville Riverside. And Barberton travels down 224-76 to take on
Golden Dome.
To the
skipping down the hill, right down 77, past the H and the O and the B and the A.
So I'm looking here. Do we need anything? Yep, Highland. So we'll go to Region 6, Division 2, Region 6. Avon defeated Toledo St. John. Brecksville, Broadview Heights defeated Westlake 30-3. Yep. So Broadview Heights will take on Avon in round 2. Southview will take on Olmsted Falls. White House Anthony Wayne will take on Avon Lake. Medina Highland will take on North Ridgeville in round 2. Mm-hmm. So Highland, the 3 seed, will host that game against North Ridgeville. So shout out to the Highland Hornets, still in this thing. Moving on to Region 7, probably my favorite region of all of this. This is amazing. Massillon defeats Grove City 41-6. Okay. They'll now take on Westerville South in round 2. Lake defeats Perry 35-13. Lake now will take on Sunbury Big Walnut. Big Walnut, a powerhouse
Down in Columbus.
Down in Columbus. So Lake, the 4 seed, they will host that game. Canal Winchester will take on Watkins Memorial. How do you say that first name?
You're asking the wrong person for a pronunciation.
Pat Scala.
You better, you better phone another friend, bud.
We're gonna phone it. We're gonna phone it in. The Green Bulldogs defeated Columbus St. Charles, and Hoover pulls the upset. They defeat Columbus St. Francis de Sales. So Hoover travels to Green.
It's gonna be a game.
Yep. Watkins Memorial travels to Canal Winchester. Sunbury Big Walnut travels to Lake, and Westerville South travels to Paul Brown Tiger Stadium.
It's one of
Friday nights. We had so many pick'em games to choose from.
You
did a phenomenal job, sir.
A lot of writing. No, you shot out a lot of those. You know, at this
time we're moving on to Region 3 here. No, Region 9. Let's see.
You skipped.
I did. I skipped. What did I skip?
You skipped. Well, you can skip 8 more than likely.
Yep, we did. So Region 9. Region 9.
Yeah.
So we had Youngstown Ursuline defeat New Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. Canfield defeated Akron East.
Okay.
That was a bummer for me. Kenston defeated Dover. Cleveland Villa Angela St. Joseph moves on to round 2. Mm-hmm. Geneva will take on Chardon. Chardon defeated the CVCA Royals 42-0.
We lost a few 330 teams.
We've lost a few. Aurora defeats Alliance. They will play Gates Mills. So Aurora is still in, and Canfield from the 330. I believe Youngstown Ursuline is in the 330 as well. Yeah, so we've got some teams left.
Canfield got who? Wonder who picked that Canfield game?
Not me. I had Akron East, and I paid for it. Mansfield Senior in Region 10. They will take on Rocky River in round 2. So the Mansfield Tigers with a Y. Tigers with a Y.
You found that out, remember?
Toledo Central Catholic won. Let's see. Defiance won. Norton will play Medina Buckeye. Buckeye Bucks.
You are a crowd favorite in Norton.
Hey man, I'm telling you right now, people are sleeping on the Panthers. Yeah. Let me talk to you for a quick second here about Norton, just because.
All right.
Here, I'm going to take my platform for a second. To those that said Norton didn't play anybody this year, shame on you. Norton went undefeated, and that's very difficult to do. Norton has a very talented squad. I know a lot of people are talking about your team there that you chose, Toledo Central Catholic, because they are a dominant powerhouse. And I think it's going to be those two teams that meet for a trip to the finals here. But don't sleep on the Panthers of Norton. Just don't. Don't sleep on them. You can't.
No, I picked Toledo, but I've expressed that I feel this way. I get it why they moved up to Division 3. It's somebody moved out or someone graduated. But at the end of the day, I just have that mentality of like, if you won D2, go defend what's yours.
Yeah.
And if you lose, then you can move up to 3. But if you
I'm reading some of the comments here. Is that Matt Magaw or Connor Stallions?
Who is?
That's the Michigan guy going around like pretending to be somebody that he's not.
Stop it! Who is firing? This is ridiculous.
Oh, good times. Anyway,
now I gotta look.
So Ontario travels to Tiffin, Columbian. Medina Buckeye travels to Norton. Rocky River travels to Mansfield Senior. And Defiance travels to Toledo Central Catholic. We are moving on here. It's one of your buddies. That's why I thought it was hilarious, and I just let it go.
I just got over to finally see it. I had to open up like another screen.
Yeah, you can keep comments up. I will be thrilled if you can. So that takes us now to Division 4, Region 13. Canton South will take on the 1040. The Akron Buchtel Griffins still in it. They beat Youngstown Mooney 26-19 in round one. So Buchtel travels down to the undefeated Canton South Wildcats to take on Poochie Snyder. Oh my.
How do you feel?
Canton South until somebody beats them. Okay. Until somebody beats them. I think Buchtel has that ability. I'm not going to so, I counted out Buchtel last year and they shocked everybody. So,
and they did it. They almost did. Did they do it in this round, or they did win this round? The next round, they almost got West Branch.
So West Branch defeated Woodridge in a very tight game, mind you. Streetsboro defeated Lisbon. So West Branch will host the Streetsboro Rockets. That is going to be a game. Very, very good game. Niles McKinley puts up 65 points. They will take on Mentor Lake Catholic in round two. And Struthers defeated Girard. But now Struthers has to take on our friends at Poland Seminary.
Ooh.
So Struthers at Seminary, Niles McKinley at Mentor Lake Catholic, Streetsboro at West Branch, Canton South at Buchtel.
Buchtel at Canton South.
That's what I meant. That's what I said. I just said it wrong in my head.
Or out loud.
Yeah, or out loud. Same thing. Looking for here. Steubenville defeated Carrollton. I believe they're the only team left in the 330 in this region.
Okay.
Yep. So no more to them. Now I'm in region 16. Just double checking, making sure we don't miss anyone. Okay. We'll move on to Division 5 or Region 17, Division 5. Perry up on the lake. The Perry Pirates defeated Manaway Crestwood. A shout out to the Magnolia Sandy Valley Cardinal. I had the pleasure of calling this game with Ryan Keller. They traveled up to Cortland Lakeview and they knocked off the Bulldogs from Lakeview. What a game, Sandy Valley, man. That was an epic contest. Remember the name Nick Petro.
Nick Petro.
Not one, not two, not three, not four. 5 touchdowns he scored on Friday night, 4 on the ground, and an 80-yard pick six that changed the game.
Have a night.
Changed the game. Nick Petro. What a
you kind of had like a LeBron moment there when you were like there when LeBron was counting.
I was counting. Yeah, I that's where I stole it from. Let's see. Garrettsville Garfield, the G-Men. They put up 56. They move on to round 2. They will travel to Cadiz Harrison Central, who defeated Worcester Triway in round 1. So Sandy Valley travels to Perry. Garrettsville, the G-Men, they'll take on Harrison Central. Canfield South Range knocked out the Fairless Falcons. So now South Range will host West Lafayette Ridgewood in round 2.
Let's go, South Range.
And Norwayne will host Lorraine Clearview. In round 2. So shout out to Crestwood Norwayne. Don't sleep on them. Norwayne having a season.
None of these teams. I mean,
none of these teams.
They're in the playoffs at this point.
All right, going down the list here. Any other team? Nope. We're now in 19. Dun, 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 dun. This is fun. I like this little setup here that we have. I just
you doing all the work and me.
That's normal, Matt. That doesn't surprise me at all. I'm just kidding. I love you and you know it. All right, Kirtland will take on Canton Central Catholic. Canton Central Catholic defeated Middlefield Cardinal. So Canton Central Catholic travels to the number 1 seed, Kirtland, on Friday night. Cuyahoga Heights will take on Hanoverton United. Mineral Ridge travels to Rootstown. The Rovers
taking another
continuing to win. Andover Pymatuning Valley will travel to the Wildcats of Mogador for round number 2. So if Mogador wins and Rootstown wins, there's a rematch.
I think Rootstown definitely wants that rematch.
Yeah, because Rootstown lost. I mean, that's their one and only loss of the season. Let's see. Anybody in this region that's us? No, I don't believe so. On to region 23.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody. Sugar Creek. I don't know. Is that the 330? Sugar Creek.
Yeah, just to cover it. Someone tell us. Is it 330?
Sugar Creek could be the 330. I do believe that's just above Dover.
My aunts.
Garraway is the number 1 seed in region 23.
Okay.
I'm not seeing anybody else. Newcomerstown. I think that's in the 330 as well.
That's so below Canton.
Yep. Newcomerstown will take on Beverly Fort Fry. What?
Who are they taking on?
Newcomerstown will travel to Beverly Fort Fry.
Okay. All right.
And Sugar Creek Garraway hosts Howard East Knox. On to region 24. Not seeing anybody. Again, if we're missing somebody in the 330, let us know. We know the 330 is quite large. I do see a comment rolling in. Darshawn Wood says, I believe it is. I think Garraway is 330. I think we may have missed them this year. Not going to lie on that one. We may have to.
Hey, in full disclosure, compared to last year when we did this, we, I think, have done as good of a job, and we can always do it better next year, of trying to cover every.
Dude, we did great. All right, on to region 25.
Yeah.
Dalton is the number 1 seed. They take on Lucas in round 2.
Okay.
Norwalk St. Paul travels to Malvern. Malvern's still in it. Danville, they will host New Middletown Springfield.
Ooh, that's your team.
Danville, yes. And then Berlin Center Western Reserve will take on Lowellville.
Okay.
Lowellville. I assume I'm pronouncing that right. Probably not. But hey, you win some, you lose some. Region 26. Nope. Wait, stand by. Nope. 27. Let's see. No, nobody then in that one. Are we done? Region 28.
We cover.
Maria Stein, Marion Local. So I saw somebody come at you for this.
She was nice. She was polite.
But I'm saying they don't. That's how it's listed. I understand it's Marion Local.
Yeah.
But they call it Maria Stein, Marion Local, as through the Ohio High School
Athletic Association. Maybe there was a typo or something I had in there, but I went back and I made sure, and I don't think I had the Marion. I had Maria Stein Local.
Well, so it was a typo on your behalf.
It was. I didn't have the Marion or
okay.
So she graduated from there. She was super nice about it. I'm open to that. I loved it, man. Like the comments were off the hook.
Dude, people were going absolutely insane with us. I loved it.
The high school following, you know, I don't know. You're starting to see it. People are, the fever's there. They're coming out.
So Matt, do me a favor. Since I've done some work, it's time for you to do some work.
Oh.
Let's review some of our pick'em games from this week.
All right, give me 1 second.
Let's do our pick'ems. If you want to recap how we did last week,
I can totally do that.
I believe you have a game on me right now.
I do.
Cindy chimes in and says, "Go Norton Panthers." Yes, Cindy, I am all over the Norton Panthers. I believe there is something special brewing in Norton.
Yes.
I honestly think that they are a dynamic team. I cannot wait to see them continue their run. I don't know. There's something in the water out there in Norton.
So our recap for
let's recap our pick'em games.
We had Warren Harding St. V. All of us took St. V, and that was
I don't know. We may have to go back and watch the tape. I think I took Harding.
You are nuts.
I think I took Harding. I really do.
No,
I didn't take Harding. I thought I did. Maybe in my head I did. And
go
in
back
my heart,
and watch it. Go back. If I'm wrong, I'll correct, and then we're tied.
Okay, well, that's fair.
So Lake and Perry, everyone had Lake.
Yep.
Canfield East, This is where we picked up a loss for you, Mike. I had Canfield. You had East. The fans had East.
Just came up short.
Aurora Alliance 41-7. We all got it right. And South Range and Fairless was 43-20. We know South Range moved on. Yep. That was the one that we all picked up. We also recapped everything from our breakdowns of our region. So I feel like maybe next week, as we kind of dwindle down, or maybe the week after, we revisit.
We'll go 2 weeks here.
See who's still alive. You know what I mean? But I think for right now, we know all of our state champs are alive.
Yep. So Darshawn Woods here chimed in and said, I honestly believe something special is going to happen with Barberton. Listen, I said last week that if Akron Ellett defeated Hoban, that would be like David and Goliath all over again.
Oh, for sure.
If Barberton defeats Hoban, we're talking epic win for Barberton.
Anybody right now, Barberton, do it. Just I mean, again,
if Barberton wins, can we have Hank on just so he has to eat a little crow if Barberton wins?
I don't want to see. I want to be nice and polite because at the same time we know.
Wait, where's the camera at? I'm poking the bear. Come on, I'm poking the bear.
You're trying to, but I saw Barberton early in the season, and I mentioned that, and then preseason. I think that there was a tremendous amount of athleticism that I saw on the field. I think throughout the year, just like anything, you go through growing pains, you get to that point. Obviously, they're in the playoffs for a reason, not by an accident. So they have the speed and they have the talent. I think I'm going to say this about some teams in high school, in the depth. I sat and watched what Hoban did to Walsh right there firsthand. They leaned on him, and that's the thing about it is it's that depth. It's that ability to lean on a team in the third and the fourth quarter. And then when you see Hoban match up against a team like St. Ed's there at the end of the season, where everyone's trying to figure out is Division I, Division II, it doesn't matter really, honestly.
St. Ed's won that game, but it was 14-7.
And they leaned back, and that's the big thing. So Barberton, super conditioned, get after it. I would love to see it. Any of these upsets, are they upsets? I don't know. Go out and play the game. That's how I feel.
And then also too, the Ohio High School Athletic Association, after the turmoil from last week, they announced ticket prices went down a little bit.
I posted that. I saw that. We had that up on the 330 page as well. So I shared it over. They do have the depth, but I still believe we have the bigger heart. There it is. All right. So, hey,
listen, this is why you play the game. This is why you play the game. These teams are 0-0 right now. It is win or go home.
The scariest animal is an animal backed up to a corner. Yeah. So every game Hoban plays, everyone's going to think it's David versus Goliath. I mean, they could even get down to the Final Four and people might feel it that way just because of what we've seen Hoban do over the last decade.
Yeah, Hoban's been good. They're no slouch
in that, but I'm not going to count on any team from a standpoint because if you just go out there with the I don't care mentality, man, some fun things and special things can happen. So that's where I kind of I agree and root for that. Pick'em wise this week. Did you have a chance to look over any of those?
Hit me with them, and I'll tell you who I'm picking right now.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
All right. North Canton visits the Green Bulldogs.
Really? Are you going to make me say it? The Green Bulldogs. Let's go. Right. I'm on the Bulldog train. Let's go. Yep, I'm on it.
All right. I'm gonna go with Green as well. I think this will be a much more challenging game, obviously, than the one they had on last Friday. What's crazy right now is the fans. The fans are all green too, so it's across the board. All three of us are taking that.
Hoover pulled the upset last week, so let's not count out Hoover. No. Carson Derlin, they've got some talent. So
they got a lot of talent down there. So they remember what happened during the.
It's orange and black versus orange and black. Let's go.
It is. There you go. All right. Norton hosts the Buckeye Bucks.
Give me Norton.
I'm going to take Norton as well, and the fans are going with Norton.
The fans love Norton. Yeah, I love it. I love it.
We only have it's something about like to Barberton to Norton.
That's our reach. That's where it stops.
It stops. It just halts right there at church Belgrade's, and it just stops.
I love it.
All right. Buchtel travels down to Canton South. The fans have Canton South.
I'm going with the fans here this is the first 11-0 team in Canton South history. Something special about Poochie Snyder and those Wildcats until somebody beats them.
Do you think that this Wildcats team is got an offense like West Branch did last year?
I think Poochie Snyder is special. I think they have a running attack, though. Same with, if you lined up West Branch and Canton South, I would love to see the two of them battle it out, because it would be, you've got Bo Alazos, who's the quarterback now, who took over, I believe it is Bo Alazos, who is the starting quarterback, who took over for Mr. Drew DeShields at West Branch. They're running and gunning. They had a rough game last week. Woodridge was ready to fight, and West Branch escaped with that victory. So I'm going Canton South until somebody proves me otherwise.
I'm going to roll 1040. I'm taking the Griffs. I got to take the Griffs. I can't. If I didn't pick them, my uncle, bless his soul, he'd roll over. He was
your Akron card would be removed.
Believe it or not, I was a water boy at Buchtel.
Okay.
My uncle was a linebacker coach there.
Bobby Boucher?
Dude, John McCray. Let's see if anybody there was some amazing football players back then. Reggie Garnett. It was just amazing time at Buchtel. So kid at heart, still have a soft spot. So I'm gonna go with the Griffs.
All right. I get one back after I watch the footage and pray that I chose Warren Harding, because I don't know if I did or not.
I thought you were saying V, but
I could be wrong as well. I got to go back and watch.
West Branch, Streetsboro.
Give me West Branch. Yeah. I think this game, though, is going to be super close, unless I know it was raining last week and play was very sloppy for a lot of teams. I know West Branch, the weather played a factor in that game. But Streetsboro, man, shout out to the Rockets. They have had a phenomenal season. This game is going to be close.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with West Branch. The fans did as well. Then we go on, and the matchup of Medina Bees travel over to the Grizzly country of Wadsworth. And that's a tough one, because what Medina's offense is fully capable of.
They have an amazing quarterback.
Wadsworth does as well.
Wait, and this game is in Wadsworth.
It's in Wadsworth.
And Medina won earlier this season.
Yes.
So Wadsworth at home, looking for some payback. Oh, man, I don't know who to take.
I'm going to take Wadsworth, and the fans took Wadsworth.
I'll go Medina. I think this game is going to be really close. I don't.
You got to quit saying that. I think you think every game is going to be close.
No, I think if Wadsworth can stop the Medina offense,
all right,
then it's Wadsworth. If not, it's going to be Danny Stoddard throwing the ball all over the field.
He could. So, we had some write-ins. We had Highland, North Ridgeville. I would go with Highland. I would think Highland's going to roll. Mogador taking on Pymatoonie. Taking Mogador.
Give me the Wildcats. Yeah, absolutely.
Garrettsville beating Harrison Central.
G-Men. Give me the G-Men.
G-Men again.
They're gonna put up 60.
G-Men following.
They're gonna put up 60.
We got a lot of love from down there in the Geniontown. Rootstown against Mineral Ridge. I'll take Rootstown. I think
give me the Rovers. Rover. Can another win come over?
Oh my gosh, that's classic. We just dropped the freestyle, right?
We did.
On the high school football show.
Yep.
Canton McKinley, St. Ignatius. I'm going to take Canton McKinley. You can't say nothing.
I can say this. Let me hold on. Pause. Getting to cover a national treasure like Iggy, one of the most storied high school franchises. Obviously a brand new coach this year. They got in the playoffs with 1 win, and so far they beat Mentor, and that train is beginning to get some momentum. However, the McKinley Bulldogs stand in their way. McKinley took care of business last week. If the McKinley team that showed up against Massillon shows up, could be a bad day. If the McKinley team that showed up last week shows up, it's going to be a dogfight. So it's going to be a game, man. It's going to be a game.
McKinley was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
we covered it on here. We talked about the unfortunate circumstances. Credit to Coach Hall to be able to adjust that focus back, because I don't think there's anybody that would have wouldn't have given him a pass, but she would have been more understanding if McKinley would have kind of fallen in the first round because of that situation that occurred a week prior. It's tough to get kids focused. So I give Coach Hall a ton of credit to be able to get them back on. I think this is a big test. It would be a big win for a McKinley team to hang their hat on as their season. So
if McKinley wins, they could potentially play either Glen Oak or Lakewood St. Ed's.
Wow.
I know the fans are hoping for Glen Oak, but I'm just saying I don't know. Well,
nice to have 2 Summit County teams, or Stark and Summit.
Stark County for both.
I'm thinking, but yeah,
I know. Any more write-ins?
Massillon, Westerville South, still going with the Tigers.
Give me the Tigers all day. That team is just going to roll.
Uniontown Lake taking on Big Walnut.
Lake.
You're going to take Lake?
Give me Lake. I think Coach Dan DeGeorge is going to have his guys ready to go. Yeah. Lake really showed something last week. They were able to hang.
Yeah, they
with Perry and
bounce back.
Yeah.
That Big Walnut, they'll be coming up from Columbus, and seen them in the past at a couple of events.
They're a good team. They're a good team.
That'll be a big test, I think. And then next week, it's collision course time. You and I have been talking all year long about these teams and what it would look like if they got to the playoffs and how they're on collision courses. So I was thinking about that, and then also I was thinking about throwing out some poll ideas, because we had a lot of people talking about their picks and that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking, as we break down, maybe we put up a poll for each region and we have everybody vote who they're thinking.
There you go. I like it. Let's do it.
We'll do that next week. But yeah, man, it was a fun week of football. You are going to be at that. I'm going to head up and check out the Austin-Town Fitch Walsh game. So,
man, I can't believe that's not a write-in. Come on. That could be a really good game.
Yeah, absolutely. Who do you take?
I will take the Warriors from Walsh Jesuit. And I think a field goal wins it.
Ooh. I'll take Walsh, and I think Walsh is on a collision course with another team.
I wonder who that could be.
Exactly.
You want another shot at the Golden Dome. I get it.
I think all those kids there, they want a shot.
Hey,
because they heard a lot.
Bulletin board material.
It's perfect, man. Hey, there's not much really after playing. If you played them early in the year, and that's what's fun about this playoffs is you start seeing some of these teams like a Green North Canton coming back at each other, and they've already played in the regular season. it's tough to beat a team twice.
It is.
So because bulletin board material, like you said, and people kind of can build it up, but a lot of fun games, and excited for all the high schoolers to still continue playing with their their football season this year. So
yeah, what a week 1. We move on to week 2, Friday night, the 330 to go high school football show. Week 12. We've done this for 12 weeks already. Man,
it's crazy.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Apparently
until next week, my friends. Signing off for the 330 to go high school football show. I am Mike Vorhies. That is Matt Magaw. And folks, we'll see you next week.